Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I will be responding to several questions that I've gotten from a prospective graduate school applicant. And I will make it very short and succinct. And I believe this video would clear the doubts and be a kind of encouragement video for so many people that have been trying to, navigating the graduate school application process for fully funded scholarships, particularly in the US, Europe, and Canada. Most people have been asking me that they want to do their graduate school application for master's, PhD, and postdoc scholarships, and they don't even know where to start from. And in my previous videos, like I find in my channel, I've explained quite in detail all this information. The application process is very straightforward. You just have to be stepwise and be orderly. The first thing you need to do before you do your application, you have to be ready for the application. Application process is what you need to plan for. You can't just start today and you say you want to apply. No, it's not possible. And that is what will make you to experience burnout. You just feel, oh, it's too tedious, it's too cumbersome. No, this process is not possible. And you would have that negative feelings towards it. You have to plan it. It is not a sprint race. It is a relay race. Let me call it that way. It's something that you have to plan, you have to project, and you have to be ready before the application proper. Like, you have to plan, you have to navigate, you have to get your information, you have to get your facts, you have to be ready, and you have to start well. You cannot just afford to just jump into the process and say you want to start applying. It's not possible. It's not just possible. And the very first thing you have to do is to have that mindset to project. I want to do application, and I haven't had that. You have to have a very good mentor or somebody that can guide you and through the process. It's just like you want to learn through the process. You want to understand all it takes. You want to know everything that that surrounds the application process, the procedures. If you know all this, then you know the journey you are about to embark. So walking through the journey will be very, very simple, easy, and straightforward. It will just, you would do it with touch of creativity, and with this, you'll be very cool. The very first thing is you have to plan yourself. The first thing that follows the planning is to have a research interest. Yeah, you must know what you want to go and study. In the research area, you have to develop or to define your research area, your research focus. Having known that, you must have tailored your maybe undergraduate project or the last in fact, if you have had this before your project, you would have considered or choose your final year topic based on the research that you have conducted. Or if not, you can tailor your undergraduate or final year project towards the research area that you want to have. Then if not, if you've graduated and you realize your final year project is not in line or is not something that you may think you want to continue, you can try as much as possible to look at a particular course, a particular practical, a particular experience that you have had from your workshops and your lab, or from maybe other experiences or professional experiences that you can use to form your research area. But something definitely must interest you. An area must be well defined by you in which you want to go and work on in graduate school for your master's or PhD. Particularly for your PhD. For masters, you may not need to disturb yourself so much on having a research area because it's a bit different. But for PhD, this is how it goes. So you need to now look for faculty members that their research interests resonate well with yours. This is a very, it's a lot of work, I must confess. I know, let me just say it otherwise. It's a lot of work. You have to go to school website, check for faculty members, check department, check faculty members, see the professors or doctors that their research aligns with the research interest that you have so developed. Check them one by one, write them out. That's the first line of it. You don't just jump to application. No, you can't just do that. It's not possible. You wouldn't even want to do that. So you will get all this information, you write it some. In fact, I even tell you, if you know you want to do application, you must plan yourself 6 months, 3 months, even up to 1 year is not too much. But just start well and plan well so that you're not just rush in and rush out, except if you have money to waste, particularly on application fee, in case when you are not getting application waiver. So if you are able to, nurse your research interest, get schools, departments, faculty members in which their research or their lab, the previous or past, previous and the present work or the future research will resonate well with you. You can read about them and see how you can work with them. Then aside that, you will now need to also start mailing or emailing your department, start emailing graduate coordinators. You form relationship. Let them know you. But when you are sending code email, you have to send it well. So on my YouTube channel, in my previous videos, you can check samples or tips on how to write an irresistible and an amazing cold email. They are there for your consumption. So you draft your code email, you start asking questions, relevant questions that would support your application. Please and please and please don't ask questions that you can easily read from the website of the school. No, it sounds somehow. You wouldn't want to present yourself as a student that cannot read, as a student that cannot research, and you are going for research. Please note that some information, they are well spelled out on the school and the departmental website. Don't ask such questions. The application requirements, eligibility criteria, all those things, if they will be on the website. Please don't ask those questions, but ask specific questions as regards the research area, research interest, and some useful questions, because this email will make your name so known. And in fact, you can imagine when you have been emailing and you have been asking good questions, and when it is time to make a decision, application decision, this guy, they were even looking forward to see your applications because they've asked you to go and apply. They've instructed you, guided you, okay, do this, do that. And at the time of making decision, they were even looking forward to your application document. So that sounds so cool. And, everybody wants to work with you and they want to meet you beyond the email. So it has its own advantage. These are some of the advantages that you get from emailing graduate school. Then you also need to follow specific application instructions. All these things will be found on the school website. Follow it. Don't deviate. If they say so and so is required for so and so, you have to follow it. Are you there? If they say you have to do GRE and it is compulsory, it is required, don't go and be asking or submit your application since it is so clear. So if this school, a particular school, is not waiving GRE or other things, look for another school. That's what I said you will start with. Research and research very well. You will always have a school that their requirements will meet what you have. There are thousands of schools out there. So just research. Like I said again, the application procedure, it is not a sprint race. No, you cannot just wake up within a month or 2 months, you want to start applying. Oh no, it's not possible, it's not done. You have to study, you have to observe, you have to ask questions, you have to join groups, you have to have mentors that would guide you through the process. So if you can follow all this, then you will realize that the application process will be very, very easy for you. And let me tell you, it's not that when you do all this, you apply and you will automatically be considered. Rejection is part of the process. If they reject you, you can ask by, okay, sorry, may I know what I need to do right, blah, blah, blah. You might even be a very fantastic student, like one of the best, possibly because you have not researched so well. And you're applying and your research area does not really fit in with the department. So departments have goal, they have objective, they have where they are going, they have where they want to be in 1 year, in 2 years, in future projection. If your research interest does not resonate well with them, they can't take you, no matter how fantastic you are. So you have to ask a bit specific question. They will tell you so that you can you can correct your, put better your application document and apply the next period, and definitely they will take you. Then you can also apply to other schools. So if you have rejection or if you experience rejection, no, it's not the end of the road. So it's normal and it's part of the process, and it should give you better strength But while having that, have specific questions, and you get feedback from them, and the feedback will strengthen your further or subsequent application. So with this, I can tell you, if you can follow some of these tips, then you will be starting well. But that has been the question, that, oh, how can I start? Where do I start from? No, you don't just go to school website and start dropping application. It's not done, please. And I want to believe you must have prepared your application document, your statement of purpose must have been well reviewed. It must be in line with yourself and the department goal in which you're applying to, and the program. Then your academic CV, your recommendation letter is very, very important. Some of you start to apply without having a recommendation letter. Please, you have to sort that earlier. Meet your recommenders. You can even draft whatever the content of the letter, because it's not easy to write recommendation letter. Like I write recommendation letter on an average of 3 per week, and that's not quite easy. So if you have a recommender, some of your lecturers that knows you very well, you can draft something for them, draft the relationship, the interrelation that exists between you. Don't lie. You cannot even lie, because you have to give it to them. They will review and put it in their own context before they could submit. That would lessen or reduce the burden of writing the application letter, the recommendation letter from the scratch. I can tell you, it's not easy. It's not easy. So you have to sort all this before you start applying. And I believe this video would, unravel the mystery of starting your application. And I'm sure you must have seen my flyer about on the next webinar, where we'll be teaching you DIY, do it yourself, and practical application procedures. And I'm sure by the time you've watched that video, you will have a better confidence in applying. And come October 7th, the webinar will be live on my channel. So you can follow, share, and save the dates. If you are an existing subscriber, thanks for joining me. If you are not yet subscribed on my channel, you can hit the subscribe button now, so that by the time I drop my next video, you'll be the first to get notifications. Please don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Thank you. Enjoy your day. Bye.